should start off with an intro, don't you?
Nah, who needs that? Just kidding.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to It Never Ends. I am Alex, and this is my buddy Andrew, and we are here to talk about Avatar, and only a little bit of some Avatar. There's a lot to talk about this week. A lot of stuff going down. A lot of bad stuff. Mostly bad stuff. Let's start with the good stuff. Let's talk about Avatar.
Yeah. It's pretty solid.
So, yeah. I really liked it.
I liked it way better than the second film.
Honestly, I think it's my favorite in the series. I really do.
Yeah.
Dude, the fucking fire chick was so good. That one scene when the spoilers, by the way, if you care. When they're walking into her tent and she just eyeballs the camera like fucking. Dude, I laughed so hard. That shit was so good. I also felt like they were trying to be a lot more campy with this one, which I really appreciated.
I think it's that they stopped trying to go like super. I don't know. I feel like James Cameron went.
Fantasy.
Went less serious fantasy and just kind of like, all right, I know what we're expecting here, so I'm just gonna go with that.
Mm-hmm. I like how we say it's not serious for a movie where one of the kids thinks about killing himself. That scene was so just out of left field. It's like, I'm gonna walk out to an empty field and put a gun in my mouth. I don't know. I didn't hate him as much as in this movie either.
No, but I feel like that's just also the character development coming through, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. What was your favorite part of the movie?
I don't know. Anytime the fucking sergeant guy just fucking, it just was just like talking to the fire lady or whatever. It was just like, it's like, oh yeah, I got plenty of guns galore and stuff like that. We could rain fire and bullshit all around, baby.
I will
also fuck you.
I will keep you here as my love slave. Dude, I wanted to fuck the blue one. All of them.
Just all of them.
Yeah, exactly.
I was about to say which one, but I'm like, I feel like I know the answer to this.
I was waiting for you to say which one. It would have made the joke better. Shit. Anyway. Yeah. Fucking fire lady. Getting everybody in the theater all chubbed up, dude. Super good.
It's like, I feel like they were just like, when you're doing the mocap for this part, just like walk like basically super sexy without being super sexy. Mm-hmm. Classic. And you're like, what? I don't know, just gyrate your hips a bit more.
Speaking of the general guy, do you think he's actually dead this time?
No, fuck no. Are you kidding me?
So they're going to invent another one. Dude, my ideal scenario for... So I really hope that we get like 7 more movies, by the way. I think that would be great. My ideal scenario for the next one, next Avatar movie, I'm not sure if it has a name yet. I really want it to be called Avatar 4 Attack of the Clones, and then just have a million versions of the army guy.
Well, I don't think the original one's dead. That's the thing. Is like I don't think that like he himself died in like him jumping into the fire bit. I'm like, there's no fucking way he died.
I'm positive he died. He got thrown into a planet's core. He got thrown into a planet's core where the universe itself ripped him apart atom by atom. That one's dead. But here's the thing. They and the way they brought him back in the way of water was that they just imprinted his consciousness on another avatar, which makes no sense.
No, makes no sense at all.
Absolutely not. But what that proves is that they can do it again. So take that one and then make like 2 more and then make like 20 more out of that. Then just have a whole army of them come up and be like, hey, Jake Sully, remember me and me and me?
No, yeah, like what you're explaining is that we're going to have a Matrix 2 scenario on our hands when all the Smiths come into Neo, come out Neo basically.
I am so ready for that. That would be so funny. Did the fire chick die or did she live? I forget.
She got away.
Okay, good.
Yeah, because she like
So
flew
she can
off or
come
something
back.
like that after she got like hit with an arrow, I believe.
Yeah, she can be the Darth Vader. She's gonna get a robot arm in the next one.
It was just got hit in like the shoulder by an arrow. I don't think she's like dead or anything like that. I mean,
No,
what was her
no,
name?
she.
The like Jake's wife, Natiri, I think her name is. It's
Oh
like
yeah,
she literally got
Neytiri.
that
I
early in
want
the
to fuck
early
that
in the
one.
movie. She just had to retrain her arm, I guess, to like because to get the strength again to draw the bow.
Hmm. Also, I want to say, I want to get your input on this. Neytiri was so fucking right in like the entirety of the movie. Even at the end, it's like I get the whole like racism angle they're going for. It's like, oh, he's different than us, so why are you trying to kick him out? I used to be human too. At the same time, it's like, okay, so this is a thing that threatens the future of our entire species. Yeah, kill him. Like, am I wrong? Am I wrong here?
I mean, yes, but at the same time, no. It's like when you look at it from a purely
Also, at the
like
same time,
purely factual.
I was also waiting for Spider the entire movie to be for like Jake Sully to be like, wait a minute, the general guy's dead. I thought I killed him, and for like
That's what
Spider
I'm
at some
saying.
point to be just exactly. It's like Spider saved his life. He shouldn't have done that.
No,
Obviously, 100%. He should have just let him fucking
it
drown.
was like
But
one
he
of my
didn't.
main criticisms I had with Way of Water. It's like, why did you let him live, Spider? This is only going to be continue to be an issue for you.
He's my dad. I had to shave him, and I
Who
was
gives
waiting
a
for him.
fuck?
Exactly. I was waiting for him to bring that up at any point in this movie for it to come up that he was the one that saved the general. And then again, Neytiri rightfully would have said, it's like, well, why did you do that? He's the person trying to kill our entire family. He's
Exactly.
trying to kill your adopted father. Why did you save him? But that just never comes up. They never address it.
Yeah.
They just like, oh, I'm gonna. She lets the fucking clone girl be like, oh, I'm gonna summon the forest spirit to give you blue people powers because that's
Yeah.
how it
We're
works. I
gonna we're
guess.
gonna throw like the little like it's not like a parasite. It's like a fucking whatever it is.
Microsymphlatus, whatever it is, I don't know.
Whatever.
Fucking yeah.
It's just like or they coexist or whatever, like through bacteria in his lungs that allow him to breathe the air there. And I was just like, okay. I mean,
Hmm.
okay. Now, okay. Can I also just say this for a second? It's like, so you know how like the whole thing is that Sully's just not fucking well, like he doesn't believe, like he doesn't necessarily believe in AWOL, like he does but doesn't really,
Yeah.
and type thing. And so he's just like, I'm a Marine. I think with guns and stuff like that. I don't believe in the stuff or like that. I'm like, bruh, you were literally basically dead in the first film. You got put into your avatar body from this all mother basically of the world of Pandora and stuff like that. Your adopted daughter is literally a clone born of a fucking Sigourney Weaver's character, which I can never remember the damn name of. And it's just like, how can you still not believe in this shit?
I'm a Marine. We must follow orders. Exile the whale because we must follow orders.
Like, what the fuck? Come on. Like, what? I'm sorry. Out of everything you've seen, even before that movie, what in the motherfuck tells you, oh, I don't believe in this shit? Huh?
We must use guns. We must destroy them with guns. I don't know.
That's just one of those plot points that I don't understand. It's just like it's like, don't get me wrong, I know it's like, oh, I'm a Marine and stuff like that, but I'm like, there's got to be a better reason for it or whatever, or like I don't know. And then he just goes and preaches to like the general dude. I'm like, oh, look at what you're seeing and stuff like that. All you got to do is see it. You see it open with your eyes. And I'm like, you don't even see it, dude. What the fuck are you talking about?
Dude, Neytiri is such a good character, and she has gone through so much shit. It's like she's lost like several children at this point. She's being forced to save this, I think she calls him pigskin. I don't know, or pigskin.
Pigskin, yeah.
Yeah, a guy. And even after like everything that's happened at the end of this movie, she's like, you know what? Sure, he's part of the family. Don't kill him, husband, who I once told to kill him.
Well, it's just because Awa told him to like, it's like, don't do it. You're gonna regret it.
Awa didn't say shit. She at the end told, I guess, the fucking squids to attack the metal crabs or whatever.
Yeah.
Which I don't know.
It is whatever. Stuff like that. That and along with the like, oh, they're pushing towards AWA or whatever towards the end or whatever, and they're just like, well, just keep pushing. We got to push together as Sullys. And I'm like, all right, whatever. You know what? It's fine.
Yeah. Sure.
Sure. Whatever. It's the Sullys that stick together are stronger together. Whatever.
Also, it's like she's not it was not letting her through because she's a half breed. Yet she's letting Spider help.
Yeah.
Like out of all those characters, the only one that's like a fully like, full on blue person technically was the daughter, the small child. Yeah.
Yeah, the youngest.
I also hate how they always keep leaving her alone. It's like, okay, small, like 8-year-old child, you'll be here in the middle of this war zone while I go, coddle this person who's doing probably something that will get her killed.
So, at what point do you think there's ever a point if we're making like 7 movies of this or whatever type thing, or like we're making like 10 or something? At what point does like Jake and Neytiri like take a backseat and the kids then are like the main characters?
I think after the next movie,
I legitimately think that. Yeah, I think the same thing. I think there will probably like, I know this one takes place literally right after the events of Way of Water, whereas like I think this next one will probably be more. There will be more of a time gap.
I hope so. That would be fun. I kind of hope they introduce magic in the next one, dude.
Oh man. Considering like half the things in that world is magical, it might as well.
Yeah.
You got floating rocks over here and other bullshit.
Oh no. I just really appreciated this one's ability to be a bit more silly, I guess. And I hope they keep going with that.
It was just a bit more silly. The story actually kind of made like sense in a way, basically. Like there was actual setup. It wasn't just the general guy just being a general piece of shit like he always is, type thing. It was also just like, oh, it was setting up kind of like, I don't know, secondary villains with the Fire Lady or whatever. Yeah. And stuff like that. And the Fire Tribe is literally like, oh yeah, AWA who? We don't give a shit about them. We just care about fire because that's all we're about.
We live for the fire, and we get super high and have lots of sex.
Oh, absolutely.
Lots of murder sex.
Yep.
Lots of drugged up murder
sex. Yep. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I want to join that tribe. That tribe sounds fun.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so it's just like, I think it was like kind of just like adding just that little faction alone, I think added a lot to the villains in this one.
Yeah. Also, something that I really liked about like the human general lady is like, obviously, big general, like blue guy. I cannot remember his name, and
who gives a fuck? His name is the fucking Colonel. I know he has a fucking actual name. Who gives a motherfucker? Does anyone ever remember it in 3 movies? Fuck no.
The Colonel is like, I finally got Jake's. We'll finally get Jake Sully this time, and she's like, who gives a fuck about Jake Sully? Exactly. He's not even on the war front anymore.
They care about the fucking whales and stuff like that. Who gives a motherfucker about Sully at this point?
Like, you need to let us get Sully. Why? What would that do ever? It's like they were able to capture him, but all that really did was like put on like a decent political stunt, and didn't like half their city explode thanks to Neytiri because they did that?
Yeah. That was classic, like, it's classic, just like villain trope, basically, where it's just like, oh, well, they captured the hero type thing and stuff like that. But then the supporting character, but we're not going to kill him yet. We're going to kill him in the morning. That gives the heroes, the loved ones of the hero, plenty of time to come save their ass. And also, we also captured Spider at the same time, so he's going to find a way to get out by using the fucking like dog tag or whatever that he had as like a screwdriver, basically, to get out. And I'm like, what the mother? Okay.
That also made no sense. They would have dissected that motherfucker.
Oh, absolutely.
The second that he got there, yeah.
I was like, are you kidding me? It's like the instant I was like, oh, well, yeah, we got to study him and stuff like that. We can't keep him alive. I'm like, bro, just cut him the fuck open.
So yeah, we better give this guy's angry, war-torn wife a chance to break into the city, commit like 12 9/11s, and then leave.
It's just like, oh yeah, let's just blow up like half the place or whatever type thing and stuff like that. And then because we'll also have like the sympathizer of like the Pandorians or whatever, because they don't agree. He doesn't agree with the whales murdering spree that they're on. Nah, it's just like, whatever. Yeah, we'll just give them just enough time and stuff like that. I also love how it's just like, how does the Colonel not think that Neytiri or the other Sullys won't come for Jake? Like,
I don't know.
Like, he's sitting there going just like, oh, we won. Let's fucking fuck. And then they... I mean, it's what they did.
It's what he did.
It's what they did.
You said that,
like, when you think about it, that's what they did. They got it. They got him. They put him in the cage, and then they fucked.
We won. Victory fuck.
They got a victory fuck going. I don't know. And then they were just like, oh shit, it's Neytiri. I can't believe she actually came. Let's fucking kid her.
Dude, I want to imagine. I imagine like what the her fucking minions were thinking, like just sitting outside that tent while she was getting piped, just like fucking.
Just a normal Tuesday. Just a normal Tuesday.
There's our fearless leader. I don't know.
Yeah,
that movie fucking ruled.
What a time.
I also want to say, did the 60 frames a second throw you off at first or no?
A little bit. It did for a little bit.
Because that shit hit me like a fucking truck. For like the first 20 minutes, it felt like I was watching like a really long video game cutscene.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not supposed to move this smoothly. What's going on? I did adjust to it, though. It was just...
I think the thing I was getting over is because that was the first time I had watched a 3D movie in at least a decade.
Dude, same. I was just like, well, it's Avatar. I have to watch it in 3D.
I was like, Billy wanted to watch it in 3D, so I was like, all right, fuck it, whatever, let's go. I haven't done that in a decade because it usually gave me headaches, but, hey, maybe, the 3D technology's come along better and it doesn't give me a headache. And it didn't, so that was good.
Was Billy high the entire time for this one,
probably.
Too? Okay. I just remember going to him with the Way to Water with him, and he just, like, popped a couple gummies at the beginning of it, and I don't know what he was laughing at, but at some point he just looked over at me, and he was just like fucking.
I don't think he went hard for this one, but I think he probably definitely popped at least one.
Okay, I was gonna say for Way of Water he was fucking bloated.
I was like, I don't know if he was that far gone for this one, but he definitely was probably at least one if I had to guess.
He was on another planet. That was awesome, but yeah. Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a solid movie. I wouldn't say it was the best, but I also wouldn't say I hated it. It was actually quite good. It
was a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that's true. It was like I didn't have a lot of hope after that second one. I was just like, I think it was partially just because I think it was just like, if it's like you're following up on a story that I feel like James Cameron didn't necessarily think he was ever going to make a second one of when he made Avatar. So it was just like, oh, well, let's piece together a story and that'll work, I guess. And then it was like, it just didn't feel good. And then it was like, okay, at least now he's building on a story that he's already started, I guess, and it makes more sense now.
Yeah.
So there's that.
It also kind of bothers me. A lot of the reception I've seen to this movie are like audiences calling this one boring. It's like, okay, so you watched Way of Water and thought that one was fine, but you only started realizing that you find these movies boring now.
It's
Like,
the
out of all of them,
the
you
internet.
think this one is the most dull?
It's the internet. Internet will find any reason to hate on something or whatever and stuff like that. And sometimes it's warranted, sometimes not so much or whatever. And I was just like, well, I see. I can see valid criticism of Fire and Ash. I do think that it was
100%.
a decent movie.
Mm-hmm. Same.
It's like the people who complain about One Piece. I'm like, bruh, One Piece is fucking awesome. Don't even think that you're fucking.
Don't think you're being like a good contrarian by saying, "Oh, I don't fucking watch One Piece." Proceeds to watch Naruto.
Yeah, proceeds to watch Naruto and just go like, "Oh man, this is so peak. This is way better than One Piece is." And I'm like, not even close, man. Not even fucking close. I've watched all of Naruto and I've watched the Shippuden type thing. I quite enjoy it. It's great, but it's not as good as One Piece, bro.
Have you watched the new My Hero anime that they put out? Like
Vigilante? I actually quite liked it.
I've seen clips of it and I was debating watching it.
It's good. It's only like 12 episodes, so it's
nice. It's
like whatever. I do hope they do a season 2 of that. I know like there's like a decently long
it's
one.
It's My Hero. I'm willing to bet that they're going to.
Yeah. Especially after the final season now. Now that that's done.
I've been rewatching a lot of Jujutsu Kaisen, and Gachi Akuda is the one that I just started. That's an interesting one.
Yeah, I was like, I still have yet to watch all of like the like Shibuya incidents of Jujutsu Kaisen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think I'm just kind of waiting for the next season at this point, which I think is somewhat soon, if I'm not mistaken. I remember hearing news of it that it was supposed to be this year, or I say this year is 2026.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I'm almost positive it's gonna come out pretty soon.
Yeah,
but there's another set of movies I want to glaze, but we can save that one for the end.
What's that? What movie's that? Is that Five Nights or?
No, we already talked about that. I made a video on that I'm still editing because I'm a perfectionist asshole bitch. I'm like halfway though. Don't worry. What I want to talk about is the fucking GPU and RAM shortage that's going on right now. That is currently threatening to dismantle the entire future of the gaming industry right now.
Yeah. And definitely it would hinder a lot of PC gamers as well as gaming in general, like you said.
Did you hear they just delayed the release of the PlayStation 6?
Yeah.
Like I think more than a year it got pushed back.
Yep.
The new PlayStation, the new Xbox just got delayed, and common PC parts like DDR5 RAM is going for like literally thousands of dollars because these companies are using parts to create like these big AI facilities and making a big AI push. I fucking hate AI, dude. It's ruining everything, and it makes me so mad.
Yep. It's just like it's just kind of wild or whatever. It's like it's just I don't know. And it's just like what was like the one person that's like the people that are saying like was it NVIDIA that basically says like, oh yeah, we're just going to be producing RAM for AI farms instead or whatever, or they're getting out of the RAM department in general or something like that. And I'm just like, bro, like how could that, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's a time.
All I know is that a lot of these companies are investing into AI. Microsoft, Nvidia, Asus, like they're all going hard on AI right now. And I think it's obvious to anybody that, follows industries like this one that some are obviously going to do better than others. Some AIs are going to be like super useful and everyone's going to be using them, and others are just going to be like AI companies that fall to the wayside and achieve nothing.
Yep.
I understand hedging bets on AI becoming the next big thing because it is to varying degrees.
Yeah.
I
It's just it all comes down to how it's used, right?
mm-hmm.
Like if they're gonna use AI to make literally every asset of a game, it's just gonna be garbage. It just will be, especially like this early on in the stage or whatever. It's like the chances that it would make an actually decent game so slim.
At least in its current form.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like
AI,
right now, AI trying to make a full game by itself would just be hot garbage.
even beyond gaming though, the implications for AI to replace like
A bunch of things in not only entertainment media, but just in technology and everything in general.
just jobs in general. Didn't you hear that like AI, like I think Amazon is looking to cut like 70% of its work staff within the next 10 years.
Yep.
There are whole like grocery stores and McDonald's now that are operating without any, employees inside.
Yep.
Scary shit. I am.
Dystopia happened a lot faster than I would have thought.
Oh yeah, it is. Everything's going down the tank like drastically, really quickly. What are the chances that you think in the next 15, 20 years that UBIs get introduced? I'm not sure if we talked about this last time, but I'm still like on this. I've been thinking about it so much.
I don't know. That is a whole thing. Man, it is something to behold and everything like that. And the thing is by the time that like any government or anything like that does anything about AI, or when it comes down to people losing jobs or whatever, it's gonna be too late.
It's gonna be way too late. It's already too late.
Yeah, it's
Like
already
shit
too
like this
late.
should
But
have
it's
been.
like you literally have to act now before it really gets out of hand type thing. But it's just not gonna happen.
Well, obviously not, especially with Trump in the White House. It's like, I'm sorry. Like, I know we don't like to talk politics too much on this show, but there is absolutely no way with the connections that he has that he's going to be willing to do anything about AI because that hurts all of his friends' bottom line.
And even just not even just looking at it from the U.S. lens as well. It's like Europe or whatever, and anything like that. Like
China, yeah.
any sort of government body, whether it be be America or whatever type thing, it's just gonna be too late. It's like you have to understand it and stuff like that. It's like when it comes down to government bodies and everything like that, you have to keep up to date on what's going on type thing. It's like you have to know like stuff that's happening. You don't need to be experts, but you need to know what's happening type thing so you can at least be able to address it if need be. This isn't like AI isn't like a recent concern or whatever. This has been long process in the making. It's like only now has it gotten to the point where it's at least usable in the ways that companies want to use it type thing. And it's scary that happened as fast as it did, but
Yeah.
it's like here we are.
Going back to gaming too, we talked a few weeks ago about like how to affordably get into things like PC gaming or just like console gaming, stuff like that, where you wouldn't have to spend an arm and a leg to, build a computer or, start playing video games. And that's just so much harder now because the prices on everything are just exploding
Mm-hmm.
because of AI.
Yep.
I, I never liked the idea of gaming becoming a luxury, but I feel like that's like obviously, it's a luxury to everybody. I get it, but like a luxury, like every time I watch or hear anything about like Disneyland or Disney World nowadays, it's all about like how like middle and lower class families will basically never be able to go there.
Yeah.
It's like I accepted a while ago the fact that I'm as an adult, chances are I'm never going to be able to go to a Disney park ever again, which is insane to think about
Yeah, a little
because of
bit.
just how fucking expensive it is. The idea that the common person may not be able to afford video games anymore, from going from even like the price of games to the price of consoles to the price of getting a new or even like an older PC now. It's fucking sad. It's really really sad.
Yeah. And just going back to your point real fast about like,
Mm,
oh, it's like being a luxury and stuff like that. It's like it gaming in my mind has always been just sort of like a hobby type thing. This is
yeah.
a hobby that people talk about how they like, oh, they collect stuff for a hobby or like they do other things for a hobby or whatever. Video game is a hobby and type thing, and it's when you
Mm,
turn it into a luxury piece and stuff like that. That's where you have a problem with it. And it's like, while I'm not always a fan of like companies when a big game comes out of like, oh, here's the base game, the deluxe edition, the mega bundle, the whatever, the blah 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 collector thing or whatever. I'm not always
mm,
the biggest fan of that in essence, because ultimately what happens is that like the deluxe just ends up going like, oh, you get the game early and oh, here's all the other shit or whatever type thing. But if you just buy the base game, then you're kind of just shafted or whatever
mm,
and stuff like that. And it's just like, but I've also saw almost the need for it in a way as well. It's just
yeah.
like, while I don't like it, it's also kind of necessary for maximizing profits. And also, it's just like, if you are a big enough fan of this game or whatever, then and you want like the big collectors or whatever, or you want to buy the DLCs or whatever, then I see no reason why you shouldn't be able to
Mm,
type thing. But it's just like, but it's also like, oh, well, at least then it allows people to kind of pay what they want when it comes to it. It's like, if you want just the base game, then you could pay for the base game. If you want the bigger bundle, you could type thing. And that's where I was like, okay, well, it's like it's not getting out of hand. But then games started getting a little bit more expensive and stuff like that. And then it's like that. So, and like we've been saying for years at this point, I feel like
mm,
GTA is going to just fuck this all up. Like, I keep reading all the time about how probably next year we're going to see, if it's not GTA, we're probably going to see another game, retail base game, $100. And I'm like, that's not okay. I was
no.
like, this is not okay.
And that's why I'm thinking like, oh well, gaming's starting to become a luxury. Most people can't afford that. Xbox Game Pass is getting to a point where either it's not worth it or it's just something that like not everybody has $30 a month that they can just shill on a service that they may not always even be able to use. It and with the video games, it's like they keep getting more and more expensive. It's like if this goes, if GTA goes to $100 and it sells well, it's like yeah, a lot of games are going to copy it. How long do you think it's going to be before like because games went from $60 to $70 really goddamn quick, and then now it took I think less than a generation for Nintendo to do $80
Yeah,
games,
not even a
and
generation, basically.
even only
A few years basically went by.
a few years, like 2 years later, we're already going to get $100 games. It's like what's stopping from studio being like, I think my game's big enough. I think my game's epic enough. I want to charge $120, or I want to charge $150. Like how high? What is like the absolute peak that games can be at?
and then they'd still be profitable and stuff like that. And I go,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
And at what point are general consumers going to be unable to buy video games? And if they can't, what are game makers going to do about it?
I
Like,
mean,
these are all the questions that we're staring down
I
the
kind of
barrel of
partially
right now.
think it's right now. Like that's the thing. It's like people already talk about, $80 for Mario Kart Worlds is that's too much type thing, and I have to agree. I think $80 for a racing game is far too much money or whatever type thing. Not when you have like quality games like Expedition 33 retailing at like what is it, $45-$50?
Hell, even if you want another racing game, I think Crossworlds is only like 45, isn't it?
Something probably.
I'm gonna quick look at that. You keep making your point though. I'm sorry.
I don't know. It's just like you have big studios, big companies like Nintendo saying it's like, oh, all of our games are $80, but then we continually see over here. And I was like, I really do think that there's no bigger example of this than Expedition 33 right now. They took like, what is it, $10 million to make the game and stuff like that, and price it like $50. Like they probably have made a massive profit at this point, right?
Oh, 100%.
Massive.
Easily.
With the staff that they have and everything like that. Even if you throw into marketing and stuff like that as well, I mean, you're still just rolling in the money, I feel like, at this point. And so it's just like, it goes down to like, to show that studios can make quality games for relatively cheap. I mean, not saying $10 million is cheap, but when you look at, the price, like the fucking budgets that some of these games have or whatever, like that's cheap when reality and stuff like that. And like, they're just not nearly as good type thing. And it comes down to clear focus and design and everyone being on the same wavelength and everything like that, being there and wanting to help and being passionate about making what they want to make. Studio, like most big AAA studios, maybe it starts as somebody's passion project, but it definitely doesn't end like that a lot of the times.
No.
So it's just like, something's got to give with these big AAA games, but I don't know where or when they stop making profits. And I was like, I would argue that they're already kind of there, considering, games come out and then, they go, oh, well, this game, no one's playing this game sucks or whatever type thing. And then, half the staff gets let go or whatever. And then you're just like, all right, well, now what? And then somehow the studio still survives. And I go, what? And I'm like, maybe sometimes it's worth it. And then there are other times where it's just like, I don't know. It's like, realistically, how can I look at like, why is BioWare still around? In reality, legitimately, why is BioWare still around? Is it just because of the legacy?
Yeah.
Has to be, right?
100%. Yeah. No. It literally is no other reason. It's like they have not released a decent game since like the early 2010s.
Yeah.
And not anybody.
A decade of not making a solid game that is like super profitable in like when especially when it comes to EA. How are they still around? Like what?
It's legacy, and Activision thinks that their IPs are valuable enough to keep fucking around with, which I think could change really goddamn quick.
Yeah.
Like, if this next Mass Effect game is not like a mega hit for them, then
to me, it's still happening. We got the reveal that Mass Effect will come. Well, how many years ago was that? At least 3, I'd have to think at this point, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like someone just sitting there going, just like, when is like, okay, this game better be good, because I don't know if he's sticking around at that point. BioWare, it would be like. And everyone will just go like, oh yeah, what happened to BioWare type thing? And I'm like, what happened to BioWare is because they had to start, filing to the suits.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't just like they were making games for the love of it anymore. It was all to make a profit and stuff like that. And then everyone that was once part of that passion project has either moved on to something else or is probably just not even a part of BioWare anymore.
Yeah. And now those same suits are coming down on them, being like, "What the fuck do you guys even do around here anymore?"
Exactly. And then it's just like, oh, you're all
It's like,
fired. And then it's just like, and we're back to the cycle again. I don't know.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I don't want to see BioWare go out. Like, it's like I called them
I
out, but
don't.
it's like I don't want to see them go anywhere. They are a big studio. Back from over a decade ago, they were on the top of their game.
I don't want to see any studios shut
No.
down. Like I discussed this a while ago. How about how I kind of hoped that Shadows did well so that Ubisoft didn't go under, and Shadows did fine-ish from what I heard.
Yeah, I think it was
Not
still a
great.
little under what they were hoping, but it was good
Yeah,
enough.
but yeah, man, I feel like a lot of these studios right now their solution is well just fire X amount of employees to get profits up, and that's in the long run that's not going to work. You're going to end up with a studio that has no employees in it, and a consumer base that can't afford your shit anymore.
Gaming will, I feel like, is kind of taking the route of like movies at this point. Really, it's just like,
Mm-hmm.
is that anything that was big and stuff like that, and I think Disney is the biggest example of this or whatever. Them
Mm-hmm.
live actioning all of their like movies that people like or whatever. It's like with Moana. Does Moana need a live action? Fuck no. But it
No.
makes money because people come see it. It's like, well, it's Moana and stuff like that. It was like the Lilo and Stitch or whatever type thing. It's like, it's Lilo and Stitch. Everyone loves Stitch.
Moana is such a new movie, though.
Exactly.
That's the one that. When did the original Moana come out? I think it was like 20.
Wasn't it like it was pre-COVID, wasn't it? But it wasn't that long ago.
I think it was like right before COVID.
2016. Well, it's 10
I mean,
years
I
then.
get it's only 10 years.
Yeah, it's like,
The sequel it came out last year, by the way.
yeah.
Well, 2 years, I guess.
Yeah, 2 years now, but it's just like,
I'm a
yeah.
little surprised that we're getting a live action Moana before a live action Frozen.
Or like
Like, how the hell did that happen?
yeah, it's interesting. It's like, also, wasn't like the live action like Hercules in effect? Like in the works or something like that? I thought that was like one of their like big announcements or whatever. Like a
Possibly.
year ago or something like that.
I mean, I think people already have like 100 trillion live action versions of Hercules to pick from
It's
if they
true, but
want
I
to go
thought
watch
Disney
one.
was making one, so it was just like, oh, everyone was just like, oh man, this can be so good, and I go, oh, we'll see,
Hmm.
type thing. But it's like, but gaming's kind of in that same thing or whatever. It's just that they're like, oh, this makes money or whatever. I mean, Call of Duty is probably the biggest and best example of that. It's Call of Duty. You're not gonna not buy Call of Duty? Come on, what are you talking about?
Actually, no. We can talk about that in a second, but yeah.
Yeah, but it's like they just run the same like games over. It's like remakes and remasters and stuff like that. And while some are valid in their
Mhm.
the remakes or whatever type thing, like some games that were generally loved at the time are just hard to play or unplayable and stuff like that, and probably could deserve a remake and stuff like that. Whereas other games are just going like, does Horizon need a remake?
No.
No. Did Last of Us need a remake? No, but they did it
No.
anyway because it's Last of Us, because it's Horizon, and stuff like that.
Honestly, to be real, Halo Combat Evolved probably doesn't need a remake.
No,
It got a complete remaster when it went to like the Xbox One, and that still looks pretty good today. We don't need whatever the hell this is, and apparently they're gonna remake the entire trilogy
yeah,
now. I don't know.
yeah. It's because
Yeah.
like it was just like, oh, it's Halo. You're telling me you're not gonna not buy Halo or whatever. Like people will just buy it because it's Halo and stuff like that, and they go and stuff like that. And then we get to the problem that Hollywood has is like wherever like sequels, prequels, remakes, remasters, all over the place type thing and stuff like that. And you're just going like, oh, did you see the whatever remake of that? I'm like, no, because it's just the same fucking movie. Did you see the Lion King, live action Lion King? No, because it's just the fucking Lion King.
Well, despite the games industry just going stagnant, we do have like the indie scene, and we glaze indies at every opportunity we get. Rightfully so. It's like all the best games of this year were indies. At the same time, it's gonna become even harder. It's gonna become harder for them too to become, you know, I don't want to say successes, but
Known or
accessible to the
whatever.
average. No, accessible to the average consumer. That's
Yeah.
the big thing with like this GPU and RAM shortage. It's like I'm sure these companies want to invest in AI, but they also need to realize that AI isn't. They're gonna have. They need to have other streams of revenue outside of AI. Like AI is not going to pay all the bills
No.
forever. Like I'll submit that they probably know what they're doing more than I do. I don't know what their financials or what they seek to gain from investing so much in AI, but to be putting so much in to the point where it's like these computer parts are becoming inaccessible to the average consumer, or even like OEMs that can pay like less for them.
Yeah.
It's hard, man. It's like what happened to GPUs when crypto became popular.
Yeah.
That we need to find a healthy balance there, and right now that's just not what's happening.
Yeah. 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 But yeah, it's like you also kind of finished my point there as well as like, and then but then it's just like, then, when it comes to gaming, it's like the indie scene kind of bursts on. It's kind of like when that weird niche movie kind of pops up out of nowhere. It's like, I feel like it's almost like the K-pop Demon Hunters is Expedition 33 this year type thing. It was a thing that kind of popped up out of nowhere. No one really, I mean, not that it kind of popped up. I mean, it had advertising and stuff like that for it and everything like that. But it's like, no one really knew just how good this was really going to be when they first saw it type thing. And then they got their hands on it and played it, and they were like, oh, this is a fucking masterpiece. And it was like, and then everyone was just like, well, K-pop Demon Hunter? Like, is that, that's just weird. I don't know about that one. And everyone watched it, and it was amazing.
We all heard the name and immediately clowned on it, and then the actual movie came out.
And then the movie came out, and you were like, holy fuck, this is actually good.
Yeah.
It's like that's kind of my whole thing is like, this is kind of where gaming's at. It's the same thing as movies and stuff like that. It's like, it's just funny that there's that parallel that can kind of be drawn there type thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like the big studios just continually put out remakes, remasters, don't try anything new or whatever. Then these, studios that come out, and I know that like, it's not like a small studio that necessarily did K-pop Demon Hunters or whatever, but it was like, it also wasn't like a Sony studio or something like that.
It was originally going to be published by Sony, but
it was
Sony
originally published by Sony. Okay.
Funnily enough, Sony execs watched it, said this sucks, and sold it for super cheap to Netflix.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Dude, whoever like approved that at Sony,
how could you not just like hear the soundtrack and just go, oh, this is awesome?
What I'm thinking is like, what are the chances that person still works?
0.
It's like, oh, cool. We had a fucking $1 billion award-winning film on our hands, and you sold it for, like, I think it was sold for like less than $1 million to Netflix. I think it was sold really, really cheap.
Imagine the Netflix person that was just like, Sony reaches out and say, hey, Netflix, you want to buy this piece of crap from us? And they're like, I don't know, can I watch it? And I'm like, yeah, you go right a fucking head. And they watch it, and they're like, wait, they're selling this. And they go, yeah. How much are they putting the price tag on? Yeah, under $1 million. Are they fucking stupid? And I was like, this is a fucking steal.
Okay, I want to make sure, because it may be...
Either way, it was probably way cheaper than it should have been.
Let's see.
I don't know if that doesn't also reinforce my point that the executives don't even know how the fuck to do their job correctly now when it comes to the suits. Feels like unless it's a game that you want to make, it's never given even an opportunity.
Okay, Sony made a little bit from it, but because of the deal they made. So I was very wrong. I want to make that clear right now. So I guess Netflix, I guess, just bought the script. I guess at
Uh,
Sony. Netflix ended after everything was done for. They paid about $100 million for it.
okay. I still think that's great. A great move by Netflix, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's like not only for this movie, but probably the inevitable sequels that will come with it.
Oh, 100%. So I want to know how much Netflix made off of it now.
Yeah, be curious to know what that number is.
Did it make more than $1 billion? Well, it's
With the
hard because it's a streaming platform.
Yeah, it's hard. I feel like it'd be hard to determine that off of a streaming platform. But
It became Netflix's biggest movie ever.
I was like, yeah, wasn't it like the most watched movie on Netflix or whatever? Like, didn't they announce that not that long ago?
Driving a huge increase in subscriptions, making an estimated $11.5 billion for them.
Jesus. Yeah, I still think they won that pretty hard.
Yeah, I know, 100%. And even better, and even more now, they're like, oh, well, we own this. We can make sequels to this.
Exactly.
We can make a TV show.
And we don't even have to
off
give
this.
anything to Sony.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, there's no way that guy from Sony still works there.
I like how the Google AI is framing this. Sony executives have expressed mixed feelings about selling K-pop demon.
Really?
to
Just
Netflix.
mixed feelings, huh? Oh man. Yeah, they would have fucked it all up in the end. We all know that would have been the case.
Oh yeah, look at what they did with the Spider-Man property.
Yeah.
It's
Look
like
at what
you
they're doing with the Spider-Verse, and I'm like, I'm gonna hope that movie is still fine and everything like that.
What, Beyond the Spider-Verse? That's why. Let's just move on, guys. I think we're done with this topic. You know, gaming's in a rough spot. It sucks. Everyone's poor, and you know, the world is terrible. What's more to talk about? So, moving on. The movies I was going to glaze at the beginning of this is I've been building the fucking Daily Bugle, and I've been rewatching all the Spider-Man movies.
Ah.
I've watched the first two Tobey Maguire's movies and Into the Spider-Verse. All of those movies are so fucking goated.
They're so good.
Still, Spider-Man 2 was still my peak. Dude, I forgot how good the first two fucking Tobey Maguire movies were.
Oh, they were great.
I love how campy it is. It's like the Green Goblin's in a fucking, Power Rangers outfit.
It really is.
Like, join me, Spider-Man, in this
we can rule this world, Spider-Man.
Oh, in this world, only fools are heroes.
Exactly. And then like also he just has like, he has like one of the hardest speeches like when he's got Peter on the top of the fucking building or whatever, and he's like still groggy from like being knocked out, and it's just like,
despite all you've done for them, eventually they will come to hate you.
Exactly. And I'm just like,
join me and we can be evil together.
You didn't have to go this hard, but you did. Also, hard to take you seriously when you're in that mask, but you know what? It's fine.
I love that movie so much. He could have just, made like a generic mask, but he was like, no, I must manufacture a Power Rangers outfit so that I look like a goblin.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I'm really glad that when they brought in William Dafoe to reprise Green Goblin for No Way Home, that they got rid of that stupid fucking mask.
Dude, the mask is so good though.
I know, but it's just like he had the most of the suit on, and then I don't know, it just looked more comic appropriate.
Yeah,
didn't look completely absurd.
I know, dude. I forgot. Well, have you seen the Green Goblins in the comic?
I know, but still.
Then yeah, They used the Power Rangers outfit because he would have looked too
because in the
silly
comics he
otherwise.
did look like a fucking weird
Dude, imagine
piece of
it's
shit.
like late 90s CGI instead of using the mask for that movie. Like the effects in that movie by modern standards already look rough.
Yeah,
That would have looked really rough, but what the I forgot how much of a douche Harry Osborn was in those movies too.
yeah,
Like he was talking all this shit about Mary Jane Watson. It's like, do what you need with her and then ditch her. And she's like, thanks for standing up to me, Harry. And he's like, hey, that's my fucking father. Don't talk shit about him. Don't say stuff that you know nothing about, you dumb hoe.
yeah,
And then he's surprised that she dumps him.
yeah. He's just like, huh? Are you really that surprised?
But back to what you were saying, Beyond the Spider-Verse is never coming out.
I really hope
Never.
that's not the case.
I guarantee you. So I really do. I love Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse. Well, first off, which one do you prefer out of the two of them?
I personally love Into the Spider-Verse. I don't know if it's maybe just because it's like, oh, it's the hero's origin, basically. It's like Miles Morales, like becoming Spider-Man, basically. But that movie had so many great lines, and also I think the fact is that it was the first like Marvel film to come out after Stan Lee had died or whatever. So it was just like, and he was like, he was the like comic book sales guy or whatever type thing in the thing, and he goes, and it's like, yeah, we're gonna miss him, and he's like, me and him used to be friends, and stuff like that, and I'm just like, it's like he knew, man. It's like he knew when he fucking recorded this that was probably gonna be his last cameo, man. Like it felt like it, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It was just like, and then it's just like, and then like the line where it always fits eventually type thing, and I'm just like, come on, man. He definitely knew. He fucking knew. Ugh. So I don't know. Maybe it was partially just that as well, but there's just so many great lines in that one as well that I continually keep citing.
I enjoyed Across the Spider-Verse for what it was, even more so than No Way Home, though. I feel like that one's going to be like, that one was really rough on its second watch through, though.
No Way Home was?
Yeah. No, not No Way Home.
Beyond.
Across the Spider-Verse.
Beyond Across, yeah.
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 It's also hard watching. I know. It's hard watching those movies, too, though, because it's kind of like the Wild Robot thing where it's like, it's like saying, I really enjoy this movie, but I really hate that Kevin Spacey is in it. That type shit.
I didn't realize that.
Well, he's not in those movies. I'm just saying that's the vibe that I get.
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, the art and the animation is really beautiful, which it makes me feel bad that the director was a dickhead and abused them the entire time.
Yeah.
Make them work 60-hour weeks, deleted most of their work, made them take off holidays, never paid them overtime, and then fired them so they couldn't get their bonuses after the movie came out.
Yep.
And it's like, oh, I really like the story. I really don't like how the actor for Miles Morales was sexually harassing his coworkers.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now first, Beyond the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse ended on a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
And it was going to be picked up by. I also want to mention that we got 2 Avatar movies in the time that it takes to create a Batman movie and a Spider-Man movie, and we may be getting a third one.
Yeah.
Makes no fucking sense. But I don't understand that at all.
Yeah.
Making a Batman movie should be so much easier than they're making it.
So easy.
You have so much stuff to work off of. But so apparently at some point the entire production got scrapped, and I think like less than a year ago they said it's rolling back into pre-production and they're starting up from ground one. We still don't know have a new director. We still don't have a new script. There's no indication of where the story is going. Apparently all the animation they've done for it has been scrapped. I'm just telling you.
Ugh.
I know it's not what you want to hear. I think that movie Beyond the Spider-Verse is gone for good. Like I've heard rumors saying like yeah, it's just been canned because it still doesn't have a release date yet.
I hope that they'll at least put out like the original script for it then, like the
Mm.
original intention that they wanted. I mean, I feel like we all kind of know where it was heading already
Well,
anyway.
the thing is the original script was never even finished
That's true, I
because
guess.
the studio and the director had so many creative differences, or the scriptwriter, I guess,
Yeah.
the screenwriter or whatever.
Yeah. That's fair, I
I
guess.
don't
I hope
I don't
I
care
do
because
hope
I think all
if
those
that
guys are dicks, but
if that movie
yeah,
does never come out, I do hope at some point they put together a script that at least would be cool to read.
like a comic book or something.
Comic book, yeah, I think that'd be probably apropos
Hell,
for it.
even if they release if a fan picks it up and says, "Oh, well, this is what I think Spider Verse would have ended like,"
Yeah.
I think it would have been good.
It's like because I was like, was it not just like, oh, that Miles is gonna end up saving his dad type thing or whatever and stopping the spot and pretty much.
I think so.
I was like,
think
that's
it could have gone
it could have gone
gone in
several
a
different directions, but it felt like that was where it was going, where it was like, oh, he was gonna break the canon in a way and stuff like that, and end up saving his father, who was supposed to die basically to keep the canon alive or whatever, so it doesn't
which
like
that
fuck up everything.
which that whole subplot makes no sense whatsoever.
No, it's
It's
just yeah.
one of my big criticisms of Across the Spider Verse is like, okay, how does any of that work? It's like so by saving that one guy and Peter Privateer's I think that's Parviter's Indian Spider-Man's universe.
Yeah.
He opened up a fat hole in the fabric of reality
Yeah.
that I guess they never ended up closing. Wouldn't that just like effectively delete the universe that they were in? It's
Yeah,
like how
exactly.
is that? I don't know.
It's like, no, you got to keep up. You got to keep up the role and stuff like that. It's like you can't stay like stray off the script or whatever type thing. Like everything's got to
Do,
happen exactly as it's intended. Otherwise, everything just falls apart. And I
don't
think
you
it's just
understand?
because
Don't you
Miguel
understand,
had something
Miles?
bad happen to him
We're,
at some point.
yeah, don't you understand, Miles? We're all comic book characters.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's kind of what I think that they were kind of going with or whatever. And I was just like, okay, well, it is what it is.
I also love Miguel O'Hara, and I resent that movie for what it did to his character.
Yeah, it
And
didn't portray 2077 in the best way possible. Did it?
2099, you're
Or
thinking of
2099,
Cyberpunk.
2077. Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking of. 77 Cyberpunk 2099. So yeah, it's like
sad.
it's
It
like
really
across
is. It's
across was
sad.
great, and I
Mhm.
loved it for what it was, basically. But like Into the Spider Verse, it was so good. It was just everything you would want. It was like if somebody had to come up to me, it was like, what's like your perfect movie, like the movie that you could watch over and over and over and never get sick of.
It would be Into the Spider
Into the
Verse.
Spider Verse.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, and it's like it's still like the whole like vision they had for it. I was like one of my favorite things was the when he was finally able to be Spider-Man or whatever. So it was just like the whole like leap of faith scene or whatever and everything like that. It's like the music,
Mhm.
the symbolism, everything about it, perfect, literally just perfect.
So yeah, I'm on the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies right now.
I
Which
enjoyed those a lot. I'm not
I
saying they're
had
good
fun with the
movies,
I had
but
fun with the first one.
yeah, it's fair.
The second one was I will say the second one has probably my favorite version of Harry Osborn in any of the movies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, probably. Ugh. It's like I know the criticisms for Amazing Spider-Man 2, and I get them, and I'm also a part of it. But it's just like I don't know. There's just a part of me that just loved that film.
Dude, it's
It's
okay.
not it's not a good one. It's just I just like it.
Dude, keep in mind that Cole's favorite Spider-Man movie is Spider-Man 3.
Yeah,
We're allowed to like terrible movies.
I know.
It's all right.
He's a crazy motherfucker though.
You guys don't understand. Bread is best when it's soggy.
Yep. And remember, Dougal. Dougal's the best.
Dougal and Cool Runnings.
Yep. Absolutely. 100%.
I will still maintain that his fucking Subway order isn't the worst thing of all time, but I'm wondering what compelled him to order that in the first place.
Dude, I ask myself the same thing whenever I see weird food combinations. I'm like, how the fuck did you come up with that?
It's like, I think it was fucking Binging with Babish, that one episode where somebody suggested applesauce and like Cheez-It, and it's like, oh, this came from Anonymous. You're too scared to admit you just want me to eat something disgusting. At the same time, our friend Cole eats applesauce and goldfish, so I know it's a real thing.
Yep.
I did try today, I think, like applesauce and potato chips, which were not good. I'm not sure why I did that to myself. Going back, I just need to know what part of him, when they were putting together that delicious, perfect meatball marinara, decided to go, why don't you put some lettuce on there?
Yeah.
Do you have any weird food combinations that you've eaten like
I think
that?
I've said this once before, but I was like, my only weird like food combo like I have really is that I put grape jelly on grilled cheese.
No, you've never mentioned this before.
I know I have, and I remember you were reacting, going like, "What?" It's like, legitimately though, just try it. Like make a grilled cheese and just like slap a bit of grape jelly on the top of it.
On the top, so it doesn't go on the inside?
No, it does not go on the inside. It's after you make it. So you make it, you take
Okay.
you take a sandwich, you cut it or whatever. Then on the top, and then just like spread it on the top of it and whatever, and then just nom into it.
Is it like cold grape jelly? Like, is it coming?
Oh
out
yeah,
of
no,
the
it's
fridge?
cold.
Okay.
I can see your hesitation.
Yeah. I'll have to. I'll have to try that one. Sure.
I'm telling you, man, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I'll give it a try. I was gonna say I tried an interesting one this last week where I made those barbecue jam meatballs in my slow cooker. Then I wanted to make like mini like barbecue meatball sliders, so I got some like sandwich bread, ate them like mini meatball subs, and then part of me was like, what if I put peanut butter on here? It wasn't bad.
All right.
It was not great, but it wasn't bad. Honestly, I think it would have been better without the barbecue sauce.
I can believe that.
PB and J burgers are a thing.
Yeah.
I love how we started talking about Spider-Man, and now we're talking about jam on meatball on grilled cheese and peanut butter meatballs.
Just what you get with this podcast, baby. You just don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. No, you sure don't. You have anything else you want to talk about that happened this last week? Maybe that abysmal game against the Bears that we had.
Dude, it's the Packers season is just a wash. Like,
it is.
It's just
We're
like
done.
It's like done. It started well. I think that I think a lot happened. Just injuries are just killing the Packers right now, and it's like we're going into New Year's weekend basically. The Packers signed Desmond Ridder basically as just another quarterback, as probably going to be the starting quarterback for this weekend, just so that way Willis and Love can actually get healthy, pretty much. And then they also signed Travion Diggs, and I was just like, okay, whatever. I mean, sure. I legitimately don't think that they should start any one of the starters, pretty much? Like just
No.
this, like say, hey, Ritter, this is your number one guy in Matthew Golden. Golden, this is your time to prove to us that you are a legit wide receiver type thing. All right, we're gonna throw to you the ball like 20 times this game. All right, show us what you could do. And then they'll probably lose spectacularly, but who cares? The game literally means
Most
nothing.
Definitely.
The game means literally nothing. We can't go up in the wild card, and we can't go out of the playoffs. It means literally nothing. So just take the L and hope you can go into Chicago and just go, we'll turn it around. But I don't think it's going to happen.
No, absolutely not.
With the way the defense looked against the Ravens, it was just like, holy shit. You can just see the game plan. You can literally just see, like, oh, hand off to Derrick Henry for the umpteenth billion time. Oh, he gets 8 yards. Why are we not stacking the line? Why is the cornerbacks 10 yards back? What the fuck are we doing? I was like, the only one that tried to win that game against the Ravens was fucking Willis. He played the fucking game of his life. And then his shoulder gave out on him again because he probably shouldn't have been playing to begin with.
No, he sure should not have.
Yeah, but there was still a chance to win the North, and then you fucked that up. So yeah, that's what it is. Whatever. So you take this season. You take the season with an L. You probably look for a new defensive coordinator, if I had to guess. And you hope that you can get Tucker Kraft and Parsons back at some point in the year. It's not going to be early. So it'll probably be midway for at least Kraft. Parsons is probably going to be more towards the end of the year. But we'll see. We'll see. Those ACL tears can be a little iffy. It's like usually guys can come back and be pretty good still. It usually takes a bit for them to be the player they once were, though, if they ever breach that point. I think with Parsons and Kraft and the way understanding especially ACL tears and this injury has kind of gotten better, it's like guys tend to get rolling again. It just takes a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So all I know is that over this offseason, you need to figure out your shit, Packers. I'm sorry, you just do. Get another fucking defensive end, basically. Get another edge rusher that'll actually do well on the other side of Parsons when he does come back, because Rashad Gary's just not it, bro. He's just not it. He's been one of the worst. Just been awful and stuff like that. And it's just like, oh, and also while we're at it, get rid of fucking Josh Jacobs. I don't like. He was good last year, fine, whatever. He's been abysmal this year, and he's being the player that we all thought he was going to be. Basically, when we first got him, I was like sitting here going, injury prone running back and stuff like that. Great. What else is new type thing? And then first year, he wasn't that. He wasn't that. He beat the mold.
He did pretty well last season.
Yes, he did really well last season. But then he's again showing the player that he once was. One good season is not enough for me to say, oh, yeah, this was good. No.
If you either need to do more of what you were doing before, or you need to get the fuck out.
If I'm the Packers right now, I'm trying to get as high as I can in this draft. To look and trying to get, if you're legitimately want to get and this is me partially going to be showing my Notre Dame bias or whatever, but it's like trade Josh Jacobs, trade Romeo Dobbs, even though I think he's a free agent at the end of the year. If he's not, trade him. Try and get a first round pick and try and see if you can't get as high as you can up there, and try and get Jeremiah Love, because he is the best running back coming out of college. He's going to be a first round pick, but you don't have your first round pick because you traded it. And it's fine. In reality, it's like, I think Parsons is still worth 2 first round picks and whatever type thing. Like, a lot of people say, oh, well, it's crazy that the Cowboys won that, and I go, what? It's like, what tells you that the Cowboys won this at all? I was like, oh, he tore his ACL. I'm like, he's not even going to be the player he once was. I'm like, we'll see. I kind of doubt it. Stuff like that. And it's like, we also haven't seen any of the players that the Cowboys have taken with these picks. So Can't really say one way or another, but whatever. Type thing, but I don't know. But it's just like, yeah, it's like go out and get like a just go out and get like a running back or whatever. If you don't get Jeremiah Love, try and get like Jadavian Price or whatever. Or like there's another big running back entering the draft as well. I don't remember what his name is. It's definitely not my Notre Dame bias coming out. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. But yeah, it's like if realistically, those are the main problems I feel like the Packers absolutely need to solve.
Yeah.
If they want to actually be contenders or whatever. And it's like, and get a fucking line that'll actually give Jordan Love some fucking time, so he's not running for his goddamn life. Please. I feel like every other game I watch with Love, it's like there are some games where it's just like, all right, good job. They did their job. They did everything they needed to for a type thing. And then there's other games where it's just like, what the fuck are you doing, bro?
Yeah. I don't know. I very much was on the, I feel like, unpopular side of this season. I felt like we were awash pretty quickly into the season.
Well, I just think that I just feel the whole thing with this year and this isn't even just the Packers. It's just like this season in general. I feel like for especially the NFL, it just makes no fucking sense. There's just some games where you're just like, you look unstoppable, and then there's other games where it's just like, what happened? How did you lose to the fucking Panthers and stuff like that? How did you lose to the Browns and stuff like that? It's like, how did the defense just debacle basically against, or the offense just debacle against like the fucking Eagles and stuff like that? Oh, and then also here's your bad play calling by LaFleur or whatever type thing, and you absolutely should not be handling the fucking play calling because it's so obvious sometimes or whatever. I even called the same thing against the Ravens game or whatever. It was just like, oh, here's a 4th and inches. I can't wait for this to be a Josh Jacobs run to the right, and you know what it was? It was exactly that. I could see it coming. That's how predictable you're being, LaFleur. That's my whole thing with like football in general. I feel like with this year especially, it's just like the predictability is just so easy to see, whether it's the college level, the NFL or whatever. It's like it's so obvious it hurts. Mm-hmm. It's like you like, oh, here comes the wide receiver screen. Oh, and look, the linebacker jumped it because he saw it happening. Wow, who would have guessed that? It's almost like you run it like 16 times a game, and everyone sees when the wide receiver is in motion and stuff like that, and he goes to the outside with 2 other wide receivers right in front of him, and he doesn't take off initially. Hey, guess what? That means wide receiver screen. Let's go jump the route. Can I have baseball back yet?
Man, I wish.
Soon.
Got a few more months. Yeah.
Soon.
I
don't know. I was like, I just keep seeing like everyone. I was like, I recently saw on the Brewers subreddit, they were just like, oh, here's the top 20 moments of the 2025 season or whatever, and they just finished wrapping that up, and I was just like, oh, yeah, these were good. Now let's just not shit the bed against the Dodgers. That'd be nice.
Let's have a real good baseball season this year.
That'd be
Make
nice.
up for the terrible football season.
Yeah, it's like basketball is just weird because I was like, I feel like this, especially this year, it's like I just do not give a shit about basketball whatsoever. It's like whether it's at college or NBA, it's like, man, I just do not care.
I mean, I can't comment too much on that. I've never cared too much about basketball.
Yeah, it's like usually I was like, like for me, I was like, I'm not the biggest basketball fan, but usually I at least get into college, especially, or like maybe just because the Bucks kind of sucked and Giannis was hurt or whatever this year, and I'm hoping they'll still figure it out and be a halfway decent team. It's just with Doc Rivers as the coach, I'm not fully convinced on that. He's a washed up coach. I'm sorry, he just is.
He is.
Yeah.
I think overall the Bucks are still a fairly decent team.
They have great
that.
talent. It's just not coming out or whatever and stuff like that. And it's like I'm hoping now that Giannis is healthy again that
we do need some new leadership in there, though.
Yeah,
definitely.
that they'll start playing better. Yeah, it's like he should have just never fired Griffin, the Adrian Griffin or whatever. Never should have hired him. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's like I don't know. And the Badgers are like they're just an okay team. Like against some of the better teams, it seems like they fold pretty easily, or like it just seems like they're not really in the mix for a lot of the game, and it's just like, all right, I get what this team is. It's a good team. I wouldn't say it's a great team. So
I mean, living in Madison,
maybe they'll pull off some upsets though. Well, who knows? All I know is I think their next 3 games are against I think it's at home against Purdue, which is like number 5 in the nation. Don't remember what the other game was. And then there's like a game at Michigan. And Michigan's look like one of the best college basketball teams in the country. And I go, all right, so they're going to get killed in that one. All right. You're going to start like 0-3 in the Big Ten?
I don't care how bad the Badgers play. I will root for them every time because
I mean, I'll still probably watch. I'll probably still watch, but
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And that has been Sports Talk.
On this very disjointed podcast we have today.
Movies, video games, death of gaming. You get what you get. So thank y'all so much for listening and or watching this crazy conjoined episode of It Never Ends. Be sure to like and subscribe to the podcast and everything like that. And you know what? And with 2026 right around the horizon, I mean, we're literally filming this on New Year's Eve and stuff like that. Might as well check out the podcast. Listen to some other ones or whatever. If this is your first one, you picked an interesting time to jump in, but all right.
Oh, shit. We should have talked about New Year's resolutions.
We'll get to that next one.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
If you like what you hear, why not leave us a good little rating if you're listening to us on Spotify. Tell your friends, tune in for more because we love making these and we're going to keep on making them.
Is there an app that's just called Podcast?
Probably.
I'd laugh if there was.
It's probably an app, and it's probably some I don't know, scheme made up by an Indian guy. You get people who don't know what technology is on the App Store being like, "Oh, podcasts. This is where podcasts are probably. My nephew likes podcasts. I will download the podcast app."
Damn, there's no just podcast one. It's Podcast Player, or the Podcast Player app. I'm from Podbean. The Pocket Cast podcast app.
So in other words, I was entirely right. Thank you so much for listening and watching. And I'm Alex, and that's been Andrew. I called you Andrew. I think I may have called you Evan in the beginning. Thank you so much for watching.
Boy, that's even more confusing. You thought my name was Evan the whole time. Now, which is it? Is it Andrew or is it Evan? You'll never know.
We're going into the Andrew-verse with Spider-Man.
Exactly.
Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.